Hi everyone, I'm Donna Stellhorn, your practical astrologer, and today we are talking about the lunar eclipse. It's on March 13 or March 14, depending on the time zone you are, so it's around midnight. And in this chart, the sun makes a conjunction with Saturn. Additionally, Mercury is going to go retrograde on March 14 or March 15, depending on your time zone. Again, it's around midnight. So what does this all mean for you? That's what we're going to talk about. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Just to let you know what we're going to be doing, we're going to do a short overview, and then we're going to look at your sign in particular. We'll talk about love and then money. And so if you haven't already, please subscribe. And by the way, if you want a PDF of your chart so you can follow along on these videos, then reach out to me. There's a link in the description and I will send you that PDF. So for this lunar eclipse, there's definitely an emphasis on letting go of something. And ideally, that would be fears, worries, insecurities, doubts. And then it's also about embracing that Sun-Saturn connection. And that is about grit and determination. When we put the Sun and Saturn together in Pisces, it's almost like creating a spiritual path for yourself, just like the spiritual masters of old, where they let go of certain things in their lives so that they would have an uninterrupted journey towards spiritual enlightenment. So this particular lunar eclipse is at 23 degrees of Virgo, and all eclipses close doors, and so this is closing the door on some Virgo aspect of your life. Now, it's usually that you wished for this, that you were hoping that some part of your life would change, and now the universe is fulfilling that request, even though this may not feel like the timing is right, or that you have it in the budget, or that it is unfolding like you envisioned. Now, this full moon / eclipse is opposite the Sun and Saturn. And the best way to deal with Saturn is to lean in and to work hard and to have grit and determination and to set the bar very high for yourself and then strive to get over that bar, exceed the expectations, and then Saturn is your friend. So this Sun and Saturn in Pisces is asking us to take a holistic view of our life and to treat our lives with respect and reverence. And that is to treat your body like a temple and give your mind the time and the space to think its own thoughts, to be kind to yourself, to do the things that will help you live in the present and feel better, and that will radiate outward to your community. And so that means that you're going to feel better, more prosperous, healthier, happier, and everyone around you will as well. Okay, Aquarius, this lunar eclipse is in your area of power. And the first thing that means is to stop giving away your power. And how people give away their power is usually when they abdicate their choices, where they say, I'm stuck, I don't have any sort of different decision I can make. I have to just allow somebody to make the decision for me. And when you do that, you are giving away your power. So this lunar eclipse is saying, notice where you're doing that. Notice where you are saying, I don't have a choice. And think about, you may not have choices that you like. You may not have even good choices, but even when you have bad choices that you know, like I shouldn't say bad, but they're not ideal choices. Just getting moving, creating some sort of change, then can bring the good choices in. And one of your superpowers is that ability to pivot. So think about, like you say to yourself, well, I don't like this job. Why do I want a job that's similar? But that could have a different supervisor, could have a stronger company foundation. It could be more interesting work. But it also could just lead to a better job because you meet somebody there and they go start a company and then you work for them and you start a business together. You get where I'm going with this, right? And then when we look at that Saturn-Sun conjunction that is happening in your house of money, this is about paying enough attention to your money that you know where it's going. Where, because I meet so many people who don't look at their checking account balance, they don't look at their credit card interest, they don't look at their statements, and they are not giving the money the respect and the attention that it needs. And so when with this is about giving some reverence and respect to an area of your life. And so for you, it's in the area of finances. Now, when it comes to love relationships, specifically new love, Mercury is making a semi-square to Uranus. Now, a semi-square is not the easiest of aspects, and so you may meet somebody who you find them interesting because they're irritating, or that there's something so different about the person that that person's going to irritate your friends or your family. But you are often drawn to different, and so this may work for you. It's also quite possible that you meet the person in difficult circumstances, so that you meet them on the job, but there's a no fraternization rule at work, or that you meet the person, but it's always in passing. You see them on the bus, and you only have 6 seconds before they get off the bus. There can be some sort of external challenges to the relationship. Then when it comes to existing love relationships, you have some very good energy. The sun's making a sextile to Uranus, so the two of you are more in sync than usual. You are coming together more in harmony. You're able to solve problems together. You're able to support each other. You just seem to be flowing now. Now, this is a sextile, and that does indicate that you have to initiate this, but once you start to be in harmony in your step, it can continue through this 2 weeks, strengthening the love relationship. And if you would like to know more about your relationship or any aspect of your life, I do readings. There's a link in the description. Now, when it comes to your money, you pull money from Jupiter, which is not very active in this chart, and that Neptune, which is at 29 Pisces. And the Pisces energy is very much about the spiritual path and finding a way to be in harmony with the energies, and that would include the energy of money. And so that might be doing a spiritual practice that is centered around making more money. That could be placing feng shui cures or moving the ones that you have, lighting incense to bring money, using crystals, especially things like citrine for money, maybe doing some sort of meditation before you get on sales calls or before you go for a job interview. These sort of things can really make a difference, and you're doing intense energy in that area during this 2 weeks. Now, when it comes to money from business or from investments, Mercury is not making an aspect with Neptune, but Mercury is retrograde, and being in Aries, it's going to travel back into Pisces and sit on that Neptune. And so right now you don't have it connected, but it will be, and as we talk in the future. So outside this 2 week period, there could be a lot of money to make. So therefore, this is the time to plant the seeds, make the sales calls, connect with people, look at your brokerage statements and things like that. If you are advertising for your business, of course, be careful because Mercury is retrograde. So check all the links, look at spelling and your sales copy, make sure that all of that is correct before you send it out. Check and double check always during your retrograde. Now, when it comes to money derived from career, so that would be a paycheck, Jupiter's not making an aspect with Neptune, but Neptune's in Pisces, which is co-ruled by that Jupiter, so you do have the hidden aspect. So, but the challenge is right now, of course, that a lot of companies are going through a lot of disruption. There's a lot of disruption in government business or government offices. And so always use your sense of what's going on in the world. You're very good at knowing, kind of the group and where the group dynamics and what's going on, especially in organizations in the bigger picture and business. And so you want to be aware of what's going on before you say, I want to raise, because if the structure of your company is unstable, if there's a lot of changes going on, you do want to wait, and you will have some opportunities where this energy is going to line up quite nicely in the future. So if you're in a company situation where there is a lot of instability, this is just the time to wait. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Consider signing up for my newsletter where I talk about astrological happenings every week. And if you would like to know personally what is up for you in 2025 and 2026, I do readings. There's a link in the description, and I will see you in the next video.